The mirage, yes. So when you go into a desert, if you walked on hot sands, far away you can just see sand, 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 nothing, and the sun shining on the sand. So the heat on the sand, the radiating heat from the sand, reflects in the sunlight. The way it shines, it looks like it's water. And you naturally get very thirsty when you walk in a desert. Yeah, when you start moving towards it, it keeps moving away from you. The closer you move, the further it goes. You get there and there is nothing. Yes, that is why it is called a mirage. That's how this world is. You try to taste something, you really cannot taste it. You want to taste it. You want to smell something, you really cannot smell it. You want to smell it. You create an assumption, an idea. This is what the smell is. You really cannot smell it. That is why you can smell what you think is mogra or jasmine in the waking state. You can smell it also in the dream. Why? How? It's an illusion. It's an illusion that I have projected. Just like I project the dream tiger. Like that, it's an illusion that I have projected. And I have believed in that smell. I have not only just projected in the dream, I project the waking. It's an idea that I project. There is no smell out there. I cannot smell. That is why you struggle. Why do you keep eating? Why do you have this weird relationship with food? You go to the movies, you want to eat. You meet friends, you want to eat. You don't meet anybody, you want to eat. You're getting bored, you want to eat. Why do you have this weird kind of relationship, almost disastrous relationship with food? You feel the emptiness? Yes. You think you will get it. You think you will get it. You have this relationship with everything. That's why you run behind name, fame, money. I will get it. I will get it. One day I will get it. Why is it called bin pende ka lota? Why is the mind called a bottomless pot? What is the meaning of that? Who is the mind? Is mind separate from consciousness? What does it actually mean? Even if it has originated from consciousness, the craving of consciousness can never be satiated. That is why you have this weird vasanas towards the world. Unending, ceaseless vasanas. You're in a very bad, broken relationship with somebody, but still you want to continue that relationship. Are you seeing this? You're still hoping for something. I will get some juice out of it. I will get something out of it. Do you see this? Where is this stemming from? That craving to be. And it can never be satiated. You know, you played hide and seek when you were a little kid. Yeah, okay, that's more interesting. It's playing hide and seek with itself. It's fooling itself. It knows my friend is hiding behind that tree. No, but it'll go everywhere. The kid will run here, run there, and then go in. If you fool yourself, how are you ever going to attain anything? You're not. Consciousness does not need to attain. That's all consciousness has to realize. Oh, I have to stop playing the game. I've been playing it forever and I forgot that I was playing a game. It's that simple. I am complete. Suppose the glass was full of water and the glass said, no, I am empty. I want more water. Is there room for more water? That which is already full, can it become more full? No. But if the glass was stubborn and adamant about it, no, I need more. I am not full. Can anything be done about it? What is the only solution? The glass has to realize that I am up to the brim. I am complete. There is no more room for anything. Oh, I have to just stop seeking. My search itself was a folly, was a mistake, was an error in my judgment.